alternatives.
And then, Senator John Cornyn called Joe Biden's tweets unimaginably conventional and said that his comments were largely scripted and questioned whether he was really in charge. Does the White House have any reaction to that?
Well, I can confirm that the President of the United States does not spend his time tweeting conspiracy theories. He spends his time working on behalf of the American people. Go ahead. Oh, go ahead. Josh, you went. Go ahead.
Me first?
Yep, go ahead.
Great, thanks, Jen. So just to piggyback off of on the corporate tax rate,
Yeah.
Senator Manchin said that he only supports raising it to 25%, that's his line in the sand. What's the White House response to that? And has the President or Secretary Buttigieg spoken to Manchin about that corporate tax rate?
Well, we are in regular touch with a range of officials, senators, members of Congress. There have been dozens and dozens of meetings and briefings. I don't have a specific readout of our engagements with Senator Manchin. I'm sure he could share that with all of you. But I would say that we're certainly encouraged to hear that Senator Manchin is open to raising the corporate tax rate as a means of potentially paying for a historic investment in our nation's infrastructure and, most importantly, to creating jobs. And the President is happy to hear ideas or alternatives for how this plan and package should be paid for. His primary focus is on this investment, on creating jobs, on helping put back to work the millions of men and women who don't have college degrees, on ensuring we're evening the playing field, on doing what we can to compete with China over the long term. There are disagreements about how to pay for it. We're happy to have a discussion about that.
And then two more quickly. There appears to be a large deployment of Russian land forces towards the border with Ukraine. What is the administration prepared to do if Russia moves to invade eastern Ukraine?
Well, first let me say we are concerned, as I've said in the past, but we've been, of course, watching it over the course of the weekend about the increasing aggression of Russian forces on the border. Secretary Blinken and Secretary Austin are in Brussels this week meeting with their NATO partners, and we will, of course, I'm sure this will be a topic of discussion. We also remain in touch with Ukrainian officials at a range of levels, but I'm not going to get ahead of their discussions that they're having on the ground.
And then just on police reform again, you mentioned on Friday that the President is meeting with the CBC tomorrow. Is police reform going to be the topic of discussion? Criminal justice reform? What exactly will they be discussing?
Sure, there'll be a range of issues discussed. The primary purpose from our perspective is to discuss the American Jobs Plan and how to move that forward. But as is always the case, there will be a range of topics we expect discussed during the meeting.
Do we have to gather? It's 12:45.
I think it's 1 o'clock. 12:55. Okay, 10 more minutes. Alex is so responsible for keeping track. She is. Yeah, go ahead.
When can we expect to see the President announce the American Family Plan? That was supposed to be coming soon. When can we look for that? Also, there's some talk about making the expanded child care tax credit permanent. Or is the administration looking at extending it or making it permanent at this point?
So the President believes there's a huge benefit of the child tax credit. That's why he put the child tax credit in his ARP, American Rescue Plan, because he feels it's important, it's vital. It will help get the 2 million women who are out of work back to work, hopefully back into the workforce. You'll hear more on the American Families Plan in the coming weeks, but I don't have an exact date for you.